اشرقت نفسي بنور من فؤادي.
Hi, I'm Daniel Manoli, and I'm Muslim. I wasn't initially Muslim. In fact, I was raised mostly by an atheist family. My father was a former Catholic, but he became disillusioned when he was young. My mother never had any real religious belief. My grandfather was a Methodist preacher, so I always had a strong Christian influence in that fact. Until I was about 15, I didn't really care much for any religion. It never made any sense to me. It seemed like nonsense. But for whatever reason, when I was 15, I started to have feelings of the divine. Like there must be something more to life. There must be some way I can focus what I am and something greater than me. And being Western and being English, the first thing I did was turn to Christianity. And Christianity made a lot of sense in some regard. It called good morals, how to live your life. The Christians seemed like nice people. So I called myself a Christian. Then I started to read a lot into my religion. I read the Bible a lot of times. I studied theology as best I could. I argued and debated with friends online. And questions began to arise. Questions that I couldn't answer. Things didn't make sense. How could Jesus be God and a man and a son and a father? How could the Trinity work? And people gave me explanations, and some of them made a bit of sense. Often they didn't. And I just eventually went, it's me. Obviously, I don't understand. If I pray, if I keep on reading, I'll eventually understand. It's my fault, not God's. And for a few years, that was good enough for me. I kept on reading. I kept on growing my faith. And I started to read more into the history of the Bible. And I began to think, well, this doesn't make sense either. These books are written too far apart. These sources are inaccurate. And this began to raise a lot of doubts. If that can be wrong, then all of that can be wrong. How can I really place my faith on something? Throughout this time, I never lost any faith in God. I was always really, really strongly convicted that there was a God, that I had to live my life for him. Just little nagging doubts in Christianity. Eventually I met a Muslim, and he was a really good guy. And we got to talking. We used to have loads of really good debates, and he'd defend his religion, I'd defend mine, and I'd use arguments that I'd heard of other people, and I'd just repeat them, even if I didn't necessarily believe what I was saying. And I began to think, I'm lying to myself. I'm worse off, I'm lying to this person. And the doubts became stronger and stronger. Eventually he said to me, right, you read my Quran, I'll read the Bible, and we'll get a better knowledge, and everyone will be better understanding, happy. I thought, hey, sounds cool, yeah, I'll do that. So I went away, he went away. 3 weeks it took me to read it, on and off, over 3 nights. And came back afterwards and gave me each of his books back. And he'd come away learning a lot of history about the early Christian religion, about Judaism, all the things that linked into his faith. I'd come away with a feeling of being completely amazed. This book just, every question was answered, everything it said makes so much sense, it ticks all the boxes. And I thought, wow, I haven't heard about this. This isn't what I thought about Muslims. I thought Muslims are crazy terrorists who are going to try and kill me and blow the world up, and they're all mad, and they make people wear funny clothes. But this made so much sense to me, and I was still Christian, but I thought, I'll research into this. I'll have a look around, see what they do. And I began to, first off, see there's so much in common with my religion. Same God, same prophet, same history. Jesus, Abraham, Adam, everyone. And I thought, well, we're not so different. We both believe in charity. We both believe in all the same morals, goodness, kindness, helping your neighbour, don't murder, don't steal. And well, there's not really much different here, except that there are no contradictions in the Quran that I could see and still can't see. Everything's laid out clear, everything's explained. There's no just do this. It's do it because. Everything's for a good reason. And I began to think, I believe this. This is really making sense to me. So I thought, if it's making sense to me, and I already believe in my heart, why am I still calling myself a Christian? So I thought, right. I've been researching Islam on and off for about 9 months by this point. And for the last month I thought, well, I'm not a Christian anymore. I believe in God, but I don't believe in all the contradictions and all the loopholes that are present within it. So I thought, right, I'll do it. And so I went to a mosque, and I sat down with a man, asked him, what should I do to become a Muslim? How should I do it? And he sat me down and said, do you believe that Allah is the one true God and Muhammad was his final messenger? Have you read the Quran and do you believe and agree with what you see? I said, yes, it all makes sense. Well, then you are a Muslim. I thought, well, I'm a Muslim. And from that point on, I said the Shahada to myself, and I thought, I could feel a change within myself, a physical change, a spiritual change, that I was becoming a better person, almost instant like that. I was happier. I haven't been a Muslim for very long now, only a few weeks, and I've taken things step by step, slowly as I can, learning all I can. And everything I learn makes me more secure and more assured that this is the right choice I've made, and the people I know and what I'm being told and helped through. It's all making my life a lot better in every aspect. And all I can think or say is really that I'm a Muslim, and I honestly believe that it's the best choice I've ever made. Daily life is, I feel more fulfilled, that I'm honouring God in the right way that I think I should, that I'm living my life by a set of commandments and a set of rules that, while sometimes can seem hard, they're not. They're easy and they make sense. And I have to give up 15 minutes of my day to pray, which, in the big scheme of things, that's nothing. And when I do pray, I feel better for it as a person. I'm not, this isn't like a command, but pray. It seems good, it seems right. And already people in my life who know me, my family, my friends, they say I seem happier, I seem more fulfilled, I seem more full of energy, and I am. Everything makes sense now. As well as with my religion, but life seems a lot easier, it seems a lot more defined purpose to it now. And that was reason enough for me as well. I find the Muslims that I know are wonderful people. Every Muslim I've met has been kind, supportive, knowledgeable. They're really all in tune with their faith, and if they don't know something, they don't make it up. They reference it. And that adds a lot of authority and authenticity to the belief in the faith. And I've never met a Muslim that I haven't liked. I know there are some Muslims in the world who give a bad image to Islam and they do things that you shouldn't do, and no one should do, regardless of any faith or creed or belief. But this isn't the Islam I've experienced. This isn't the Islam I've read. This isn't the Islam I've known for the past year of my life. I'm saying, if you do have doubts about your own current faith, whether you're Christian, Jewish, no matter what you are, don't just accept the explanations given to you. You've got a brain, you've got a mind, it's been created for a purpose, to use it. One of the first things Islam teaches is to seek knowledge, ask questions, get answers. So if you've got a question, I'm not saying go convert to Islam right now, I'm saying ask questions and go find answers. Even if that means going to another religion, another book, asking questions there. And if all those answers fit, and I hope that if you read the Quran you'll see that the answers do fit, as they did for me, then I'd say do it, take a step. At least just take a step to learn. And you can't have any harm from learning. If you have real questions, the best place to go is go to a mosque and ask, well, find a Muslim friend, ask them, and guarantee you they'll be supportive. They'll say, yep, and if they can't answer the questions themselves, they'll direct you to someone who definitely can answer questions. They'll be polite, they'll be friendly. Because that's what they are. My family, I'm lucky in some respects. My mum and dad are fine with it, my brothers and sisters, they're all very supportive. My wider family, they have some doubts. They all think I'm becoming a crazy terrorist, that I've been pushed into it, when in actual fact it's something completely due to my own choice. You'll always get mixed responses from friends and family, but people will stick up for you. And no doubt that if you really want to do it, people will understand this and they'll support you. Because that's what family's for.
وانتشت روحي وصار الدمع